just the other day, I was coming through this country area, and I saw these flags say now open, now open. It was a trailer that was in front of a house, and they had like tacos, slushies, these Doritos with this like fruit on top. It was a Latino truck. I saw some African American people out there getting like these slushies and stuff, and I just pulled over. We pulled over, and God just told me to go support them because it was in front of their house. I think it was their home where the trailer was, and I just got out and I just wanted to support because I know that's probably their family business. They're trying to make money. They're in front of their house. They got these signs up. They're trying to lure people in. It's kind of a little bit of a busy road. And I just wanted to motivate them. So I just went there. We brought a few things, man. I think it came up to like $19, $18. I gave him $50, two 20s and a 10. And he's like, hey, you change. I like, no, just for y'all. Because I just wanted to bless them. God instructed me to bless them, and that was my seed. And that was my seed for that particular time. I was in the area looking at some homes, and God said, just put a seed down over here. So when God speaks to you to be a blessing to people, then just be a blessing to people. It's not always about what you get in return. It's not about what you get in return all the time. Be a person that's mostly always giving out, not always trying to get something back, because if you have the heart to give, then God is always going to give to you. I remember a long time ago, I was getting frustrated because I felt like everybody was coming to me for the most part, because, God was blessing me in business, and it seemed like everybody was calling me for stuff all the time, like pulling on me. And I'm like, I hate to tell people no, so I'm trying to do this, I'm doing that. And God said, what you worrying about it for? If I give you the money to give them, you want to give it to them. If I give it to you, don't worry about it. I'm going to keep giving to you so you can give out. So after that, I was like, I hear you, God. I won't ever complain about that again, about people coming to me that need things. And if he keep putting me in position to give, then I'll keep giving. So I don't get upset about it. I just know that it's some people in the earth that are angels in the earth, and they're meant to give. God can get money to people any kind of way. He can just put in your account. There's so many ways. I mean, he had money in the fish mouth, in the Bible. So he can get money to you any way, but sometimes he uses people to bless you. Sometimes people be at the grocery store and somebody just come up there and pay, and God speaks to people. Why do you think people do that? Why do you think people just pay for people gas, or pay for you're in the line buying some food and you pay for the person behind you? You know what I mean? Why do you think God put it on their heart to do that? Didn't have to do it, but God can speak through people. So I'm just glad that I'm one of the conduit from God to people, to bless people. And I know that just being in business this long, since the 90s, it's all been because of us giving out and us supporting, us liking people's stuff as soon as they see it because we just want to support. Just having that heart we want people to win. You see somebody writing a book, or you see somebody doing a podcast, you see somebody singing or doing something, they may not get a lot of support a lot of times. Just seeing your like up there, just telling somebody happy birthday. I know it gets kind of tiresome seeing all these birthdays pop up because people having birthdays every day. It's birthdays every day. What if you see your friend up there, or your cousin, or your family member, it's their birthday, take your 2 seconds, say happy birthday. You like them when people do it to you. You like when people say happy birthday to you. Now, I ain't saying happy birthday to nobody no more. I saw a post like that. Somebody say, well, I ain't saying happy birthday no more to nobody. I'm tired of doing it. Okay, well, what if nobody say happy birthday to you? What if you wake up on your birthday and you ain't got no birthday likes, no birthday shout outs or nothing? How would you feel? Would you like that? I think not. I think you feel a certain kind of way if you normally get a bunch of people saying happy birthday on Facebook, and then you wake up and nobody said nothing. But you're saying you ain't gonna do it for nobody else. See, a lot of this stuff, this jealousy, this hate is really boils down to selfishness. You're being selfish. You're being selfish because you ain't did enough to do what you're supposed to do to get where you're trying to get. And you mad that this person is making moves. You mad that this person used a measure of faith that we all are given, a measure of faith. And you mad that this person decided to get out there and do what you probably want to do. Or it's something that you want to do that you haven't done yet. And you looking at them like, wow, how they doing it? See, I can sit up here and talk about, oh man, I'm going to get online and do a podcast. What prevented me from doing it 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago? Absolutely nothing. Just me not doing it. Me not doing it, just me not doing it. And that's a form of laziness, man, and being complacent because you have everything you need to do certain things. We have a podcast studio here. I come in, I make my content. We take a few pictures, I go home. Nothing prevented me from doing what I'm doing right now if I would have did it 5 years ago or 10 years ago. But it's just here. It's just here. And hopefully tonight I was able to help some people kind of get past, these strongholds sometimes that keep us from doing things that keep us being in competition with people and being hateful. Hopefully this conversation will make you break out of that, because that's really a trick from the enemy. You're supposed to be happy for others. You're supposed to pray for others, even your enemies. You're supposed to be happy for your brothers and your sisters and your family and your good friends, your co-workers. You're not supposed to, knowingly in your heart, not do something that you could easily do because you just don't want to see them succeed. Oh, I ain't gonna get them no likes. They got enough likes. Well, I ain't gonna give them no likes. I don't want nobody to know about that. Why? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with supporting another person? It don't hurt you no way. You not supporting somebody don't stop them from what they're doing. I told someone not long ago, I think that people need to understand that no one, you don't have to orchestrate and pray or hope that someone does bad for you to do good. No one has to do bad for you to do good. Meaning, if I have a restaurant, right, and someone down the street has a restaurant or a food truck or something similar to what I'm doing, I don't have to hope that their business do bad so mine can do good. I just pray that we all do good. We all do well. If you have a business, say you have a boutique, restaurant, whatever, barbershop, and I'm using these, it's thousands of businesses. I'm just using these because these are just what's coming to mind really fast. But if all the business in one area came to your business one day, you wouldn't be able to handle it. If everyone decided to come eat at my restaurant in Raleigh, North Carolina, in Wake Forest, Wings and Turkey Barbecue, if everyone woke up and decided to come eat there, I wouldn't be able to handle it anyway. The line would be from here to freaking Charlotte. I wouldn't be able to handle the business. So that's why it's more than one restaurant. It's more than one barbershop. It's more than one salon. It's more than one boutique. It's more than one IT company. It's more than one movie theater. It's more than one everything. Have you ever seen the CVS and the Walgreens right across from each other? Because Walgreens built the place and CVS said, okay, well, we're going to build across the street because a lot of people coming in for product, they may not have something. They come over here. They come over to CVS and vice versa. Burger King right across the street from McDonald's. So don't look at it like, I hope that I don't want that. You hope that business don't do as well because they need to come over here to us. You don't have to compete for the same customer. That's small-minded thinking. Like, where do people get that from? You don't have to bash nobody else's business so yours can be flourished. That's God not gonna be in that. You want the blessings from God, man. You don't want, oh man, that club about to open up down the street. Oh man, that's messed up, man. They open up a club too. Man, let's try to make some bad reviews or call the health department or call the liquor license people on them because, you know, they you know, and I've owned clubs and people do that to each other. Haven't done it to me, but people do sneaky stuff like that. People open a restaurant and another restaurant and call the health department on them or lie and say, oh, they got rats over there and roaches. You might go check them out. Oh, they ain't got no liquor license yet. They just foolish stuff. Why do you have to hurt this business because you about to open? You mean tell me y'all only got 20 people that's coming to between two places? You can't get your own 50 people to come to your place? Get your own 50 people, 100 people you're trying to get to come to your place. Why are you worrying about their 50 or 100 people they got coming? Different people. You think it's only one person per business? What's the deal? Why you got to badmouth this girl's boutique? Why you got to talk bad about what they got going on? Yeah, I don't not like the online stuff. Yeah, you ain't say that about them white people you just bought the stuff from. I ain't trying to say it's black and white thing. I'm just saying sometimes our community is so judgmental about our products. You know, they'll come to our establishments, and I've seen it happen. They'll come to our establishments and look for anything and everything to be wrong. I ain't like how I looked in there. It's too cold. I ain't like the chair wasn't right. But they go somewhere else and sit on a thumbtack and won't say nothing. They go downtown Raleigh to some of them establishments and they be worse. They be not as good, but it's not black owned. But they ain't gonna write no review about them. They come to the black place and write all kind of reviews and got so much to say. I've seen it happen. They got a whole lot to say when it comes to black establishment that's could be top tier. And I don't run all my businesses. I don't care what nobody say. I'm gonna make sure they top level. I'm gonna make sure that they're superior because I already know how people think in their mind. I'm gonna make sure the service is top notch. And if we slip in one day, then forgive us. But for the most part, you're gonna come to establishments that I own and they're gonna be at a level to where you won't know if it's ran by black people or a different race of people. I'm just being honest because I want you to look at the business for what it is, not who owns it or whatever. I want you to look at the business and judge it based off of service and quality, food, speed, what's coming out. I want you to judge it based off of what it really is, not off, it's a black place. Let me see what's wrong. Because you don't do it with other establishments. I know you go to Chick-fil-A and you say, they got good service. But yeah, sometimes you get bad service. Probably not all the time. Sometimes you get bad service, but you'll overlook it because you probably got so much good service. So if another establishment is the same way, then why not give them the same, respect? But that's just life, and we gotta do better. Support your people, man. Like those pictures, man. Share those pictures. Google, give people some reviews. Google review some of your friends just randomly. If you got a friend you ain't talked to in a while and they got a business, just give them a review and hit them up. Hey, I gave you a review. I gave you a review on your page. I'm praying you're doing well. That's worth more than money. I've seen, Dame Dash say this before. He said that a lot of people that he helped put in the game. He mentioned some people, Kevin Hart and some other people he said he helped put in the game and turned on to some things, that was just starting out. He put him in movies and different things like that. And he like, damn, bro, I got some movies coming out. It don't hurt you to just like what I'm doing or share it. I mean, if somebody, and I don't know what happened between you, it's two sides of every story, so I don't know what happened, but I'm thinking that if someone put you on to something, it's a certain level of respect that it's a certain level of respect that you have to hold yourself accountable for. Meaning, if this person put you in a position to where, by the grace of God, that person would not have noticed you, then you probably wouldn't be where you are moving now. It's a certain level of respect. Even if you fall out with that person, it shouldn't be an open conversation on the airwaves. It shouldn't be an open conversation amongst other people. It should be between you two. You shouldn't badmouth that person, because that person, he did look out for you and got you where you even a conversation now. These are just my thoughts. I think that a certain level of respect has to be in place, just integrity wise. I think a lot of times we just don't have integrity, man. Integrity is doing the right thing when no one is looking. That's just basically my definition. Doing the right thing when no one's looking is what integrity is. And I think that with certain people, you got to have a certain level of respect. Even if y'all fall out about something, it's still a certain level of respect, to where, by the grace of God, that person puts you in a position to where, they've helped, but you don't need to badmouth the person in open in public. I think it's a way you should do that. I think it should be handled. Some things got to be handled man to man. I just had a conversation today with one of my business partners. We had a disagreement about something, but we talked man to man and got it worked out. And we said to each other, it's perspective to things, and if you don't talk it out, it could go across as being wrong when it wasn't. What you was thinking, I was thinking wasn't that. And that's why you got to talk things out, even in relationships. And I'm not gonna get too much into the relationship thing now, but you got to talk things out, because it may be a misunderstanding somewhere, and you can make a small thing be a big thing. Perspective. But anyway, until next time.